Hey, I'm Big B and I Brick, and this is my vlogage, storage and personalage type thingage, and there we are, because that's what that is. A lot of stuff going on, as always, always. Um, but I've been recently digging deep into getting stuff put away and finding more and more importance and, you know, keeping on myself about the rule. I mean, the rule that I started 5 years ago was one: if we're not using it, it's going in the store. Pull it out of the store when you want to use it and keep it and everything else. But until then, until it's stow property. And the second being, I wanted to add at least 400 pieces a day. And 400 pieces not being really that many, but this was a promise that I had made to myself when I was down in the mid to low 20Ks. Is when you really start to feel that whole man, I'm putting a lot of time into this. Where are the orders? I've got 25,000 whole pieces in there, and nobody's buying anything. So I made a promise to myself. I'm going to do 400, at least 400 pieces a day, 400 pieces a day, because that would have been 50% of my inventory yearly at that point. It was a great underestimation of what I knew I wanted to do, but it was a benchmark. It was at least some sort of benchmark to place myself with, since a lot of times we tend to forget that as an independent business, we have to set our own goals. We can't necessarily just go at it. So I've reinstituted that on myself. And once again, 400 pieces is not a lot, but I think that as a store runner, owner, slinger, we can all sort of challenge ourselves to that. And if you guys want to join in this challenge with me, somebody can come up with a snazzy whatever hoo-ha, hashtag-ishness, and we will discuss. But that's just something I want to get back onto again. And yeah, because every stinking part adds up and sinks in. And there's a lot of pieces that you may have sitting in your store that you never know, type of thing. You don't know where the flip over is or the fall over. You don't know what the other people are thinking or searching for or anything like that. One of the greatest feelings for me, though, when it's an addition to an existing lot, is when that additional takes it past one piece. I always hate. I know I've got a lot of them. One piece lots in my store. There's probably hundreds and hundreds of them. Somebody could go and check that right now and tell me how many there were, and I could be very embarrassed. But it's also because I go after a lot of weird stuff, and that's just who I am, and who I've grown my store to be, is the weird stuff. This is all Clickets and Clickets icons. They're just different weird pieces, and I'm trying to sort of reintroduce them to you guys again. I love it that my favorite theme, Galdor, is getting all of this press with all of these people. I had prided myself for years and years of being the #1 store in the US for Galdor parts as far as spread and stuff. That recently was crushed when half of my Galdor stock went to Australia, but very happily so. And there's been a number of Lego famous mockers that have picked up a bunch of Galdor stuff from the store. So it's always nice. You guys, I'm not saying that there's any credit, and don't think ever that I say this. There's you guys, me, we as slingers get zero credit for what they build, and don't try to ever give yourself credit. But you should feel good when there's something that you paired together in your store spawns an interest, spawns them to have that flash. That should feel good to you, because sometimes in your mind you see these things too. So anyways, Clickets, gonna be the next wave. I'm telling you guys right now, I called Galdor 3 years ago as being the big, awesome, and thought of good stuff in their theme, and I'm in fuego right now. Absolutely in fuego. Let's see. As far as the shame pile, I have not done diddly or squat for the last 2 weeks boxes, outside of removing them from the original shipping container and putting them in one of my like one of those white IKEA things. Why? Because I've got a lot of stock to deal with already, and be perfectly honest with you, the time spent me doing that is not conducive to it ain't worth it monetarily, because a lot of those are really bad ones. So it's when one of my kids wants to come down and hang out and help dad with the store. That's one of the things that they do. They haven't been down in a couple of weeks, which stinks for me as far as to do that stuff. But at the same time, we're running out of trays. Now we're balancing back down on trays and getting back out. But I have made forward and done some good stuff with those Ninjago sets I mentioned. Yeah, so I got this new light. I'm just noticing that I've got a hat shadow. Let me do this right here. I'm still here. See if that's any better. Probably a little bit better. Doing really well putting Ninjago figs into the store. It's good to see that a lot of these figs are back on their way up, meaning that their part out is not worth more than their whole fig amount. That's a thing that I base it on, and I usually add like $1 plus to the value of the part out versus what the fig will do by itself. And if it's got, like if it's 8 pieces for a single fig, of course that dollar amount goes up higher to see whether or not it's fully worth it. But anyways, that's just one of the things that I do. But I've got a whole bunch of Ninjago stuff going in the store, and it's all the Sky Pirates theme. So Happy Orange, which you guys don't like, but I do, because I'm from Cuse, and still have not parted out my Robin Brickheads, but they'll be going in. Did a little store cleaning this week, and I've got I know this is a repeat of some of the stuff from the Solar Stream, but suck it up. This little thing over here, little 4-drawer one of them, was dedicated towards just random store stuff, office related whatevers. A lot of it was filled up from when I went from one office to another or one job to another. Those pens from work, or crap ton of these things were in there, and I didn't remember that. So restock on that, and at the same time, like now I got Crystal Light, which I don't know. I'm sure it's bad for me, but probably not as bad as diet soda. Diet soda is one of those things that's, I think diet soda actually ends up being worse than regular soda. But why are we talking about that? This is Lego. Been placing a bunch of orders personally for some Technic gears and lift arms and stuff like that. I don't know you guys are interested in this, but this is my personal blog too, so I can talk about stuff like this. But I'm just trying to do some stuff with Mechanical Advantage and hooking up, since I've got 4 motors to run a treaded vehicle, 4 buggy motors to run a treaded vehicle. I'm trying to come up with a design which utilizes the treads and also steering as far as differential on it, shocks. So I'm going to go deep and try to really learn a bunch at once, and just suck it up, because it's summertime, There tends to be a lot of stores that give up during the summer and have a lot of sales. So that's a positive for you guys as buyers, and also me, because I can grab deals then. Was happy to see my X mark obliterated this week. As far as the first day of the week, it's been it is the summer slowdown for brick slingers, and the X mark. I guess I've never really explained the X mark all that well. X mark is hold on, I gotta see if suck it up, Buttercup. Okay. The X mark is if it was 365 times X is what I used to make at my old job after taxes. So the X marks for me, if I make my X each day, that just means that I made the right decision monetarily for my family, that they are being afforded the same quality of life that they had, all about them, not me. The quality of life that they had monetarily before my departure. X in no way is the this is how much it takes to stay alive number. There's a huge difference between the two. I used to be I used to be a data scientist. But anyways, my daughter's dance recital was on Saturday, and we ended up pulling like a 2.3x during the dance recital, which was amazing for a Saturday night. So that carried over the weekend and into today, and I count today is the second day of the week because I've got to try to rely upon a 5-day or 6-day, honestly, ship week, work week. So I do base the X on a 5 days for a week instead of anything else, because that's what, it would be best calculated on, even though we make money on a 7X. But anyways, hope that sort of explains to people what I'm talking about with the X level and everything else. There was some questions about that, but anyways, we did. It was a good weekend, I guess is easier to say. Not overly. It was due to 2 parts primarily that sold. One being the Raptor from the last round of Jurassic. Sorry. We did a 2X sale on him, and these Raptors sold for like $19, and I had picked them up for $9.50. So not bad. The next closest one of that quantity is at 25. So pretty happy about that. That was all good. And then the other one was from a super secret squirrel element. One of the elements that I try to get in mass bulk, and then really play the there's only like 5 elements I do this with, but so this one element is the high quantity, high price element. I know that there's a lot of stores, especially the much bigger stores out there, that deal with just enormous part outs at one time that can normally get these quantities of these really HTF parts in. But anyways, this one element, it sold out. So very happy about that. And like that sale itself was a 1X as well. Next Level was your new reality show. Yeah, now. Not sure if I'm doing reality shows really much at all anymore. I am very happy to say that we've had a couple companies come forward and want to be interviewed on the seller stream. So the Lego seller stream next week is going to have both Kale and Glenn from Brick Model Railroad, and then in an upcoming week we'll also have Brian from Brickworks. So pretty solid there. I'm gonna probably watch a couple videos on how to interview people, and watch some other really good interviewers See how they pull it off. I know I got a STFU a lot more when it comes to interviews, so feel free to remind me about that. I really want to talk about my tank, but there's nothing really to show you yet. But I'm really excited about it. So I guess we just get into this Rachia, which is from straight out of the stream pile. So this was from November of 2015. It was shipped in a Lego box. Right over here, I will call up the brick stock file and do the whole share thing with you guys. I have not actually. Hold on a second. Let's play this one safer. All right. Yay. All right. Where are we here? Boom. Screen share. Okay, so it's not going to let me screen share for a second here. Wonderful. All right, screen share failed to start. Device retry. Nothing. We're back. We got a camera, right? Tell me you guys, we got a camera. Go back here to screen share. I bet it'll work this time. Yay. All right, I won't screw around with it. So here we are. This is my joy. I purposely picked out one that I thought was going to be just really torturous. Just because, you know. And it definitely is. It is 186 lots with a value of $74. Excuse me. I was having a little bit of a shake. All right. So this is one of those night killers. I apologize to whoever I placed this order with. Let me do this right now. All right. There's one lot was reduced. Some good dark gray in here. My favorite dark tan. Red, always a good color. Fresh brown, always good color. Tan, always good color. All right. Lots of, I don't know why I bought these. Why do I need one trans black stud? But anyways, let's see how we did. 2.5 years after. Yay. Not bad. Wow, look at that right there. Boom. Series 12 pizza guy. All right, so not bad. This will be fun to put away. I'm sure it'll fill a lot of, hopefully a lot of empty lots. You know, it's always good to get those lots in there as much as possible. Like I said, I have really been making it a point to put as much new into the store as I could. I think I've gotten about 150 new lots in just this weekend. So that was good, plus a lot of figs. Excuse me. At some point, this camera will kick back on. I'm gonna enjoy my shake. Oh, I'm back. I won't be impolite and eat on camera. That's about it, I think. Oh, I got 8 cases of Series 18 CMFs and 2 cases of Series 14 CMFs coming in, as well as 170 Clickets sets, which is one of the primary reasons why I'm introducing you to the thing called Clickets now. One of them is timely, meaning that it is the Clickets pieces have a lot of red, white, and blue stars and stripes related pieces. I don't even think there is a market for July 4th, but we're going to find out because it's just one element in a set. Why Clickets? Because there's something new to try out. Price wise, like one of those sets is around a 6 to 8x part out. But it's dependent upon if the sellers that utilize Clickets need those pieces or want those pieces. That's one of the things I've yet to figure out, and I've got to do a little bit of studying to figure out which of the elements it is that these Lego artists use from Clickets. So it's set of parts. What about a certain dollar amount a day challenge, excluding minifigures, strictly parts challenge? Well, right now we've got I'm pushing the guys for the 250K challenge. And in order to get in the front door on that one, when we just opened it up, it was anybody could, and then it was limited to people with 100,000 or more to join. And then there will be a cutoff for once somebody eventually wins the 250K challenge, there will be a cutoff for what the entry level is for the next one again. And it's pretty easy to, man, I can put one part in the store and put whatever price I want on it. So it would be more difficult. You could hold yourself to that because only you know what you sell your own pieces for. But it'd be pretty easy to sway that one if you were the type of person that, just had to win. Let's see. Will be some new stuff coming with the Splat soon. Hopefully some big stuff. Working on that. That being, the kicker of all things, which is finally getting my butt in gear for that logo and getting that underway. Once I have that, I think I'm very old school as far as the marketing aspect of things go. Like, I really think you need to have a professional image before you step out there, since you are known strictly by your image. So, plus it's easy to drag my heels, but I know that with the connection that I have for minifig pieces, I have to move up and on and over and get on eBay as quickly as possible. Or other avenue venues, including big box stores maybe. But anyways, that's about it, man. Really not a whole lot more to say, I don't think. Wally World's got those dimension sets, still crazy overpriced, but on clearance. Call somebody in Texas, California, Arizona. Maybe get them for $2 each if you need them. Boom, boom. All right. Yep. That's it. That's all. I can't think of anything else to add in. So, happy Memorial Day. Thanks for joining.